Jay from Team DMA coming at you with another video. This video is going to be about the branded despia bystial. So I'm going to try to finish it immediately, maybe maxing out 8 minutes. Let's see how it goes. So basically on my channel, I don't cover any deck that has anything to do with anything other than Dark Magician, but I'm going to try something new. See if the few people that follow like this content, which is something that I never do. I never talk about other decks, never nothing like that. All I do is I pick decks, usually top 5, top 4 nationals, and also top 10 regionals, and then I just duel against them and I beat them with my budget Dark Magician deck. The deck is very handicapped, but this time I do it on purpose. But this time I'm gonna change it up, talk about another deck. This deck's been going up the ranks. It's currently considered by many, and I believe so too myself. I don't think it's no longer an opinion or liking or thinking or like that. I think it's actual fact. It is a tier 1. This deck is extremely powerful. It might end up going to tier 0 later on. So this deck, what it does, we're going to be covering some things real quickly so I can end the video. Basically, the deck uses the extra deck, bunch of fusions. It can OTK, FTK, first turn kill, one turn kill, easily over 12,000 of attack with all the monsters. Is very common knowledge. Everybody knows that. It utilizes the spells, and then also together with the fusions coming out, it also uses hand traps well. And then on top of everything, the bystial engine, it relatively just uses somewhere around 6 or less. I've seen people run a good consistent 12, but the people that I've seen the most broken, they use somewhere around 6 to 9. The reason for that is the bystial just there to support, and then the despia brand is just going all out crazy. So yep, this deck is pretty nasty. I guarantee you, if you type in any deck versus the tier 1, you will hardly find, I already tried it, and you can't find any good duels with this against this deck. The reason for that is because this deck is able to go through 4 negations with no issues. It is a tier 1 for sure. And then also, I don't know of any board that can scare it, like can stop it. Like, it's pretty nasty, to be honest with you. And that's why it is a tier 1 and moving up the ranks pretty soon. Hopefully it can reach tier 0. But it has a lot of support. People have seen it grow. It's pretty nice. It's a pretty good deck, and it has a lot of effects on the fusion monsters. They all do different things. So here are some hand traps that it utilizes. You can stop the video, look at them, and then here are just a few other ones. And then the weaknesses of the deck: it can turn tier 1. You can make it turn into a trash tier, like a rogue, by simply adding some floodgates. They usually like to use like lightning storm or cyclone or twin twister, feather duster to get rid of your back row. I've made videos teaching Dark Magician players how to protect it, but I'm gonna make another video again if you guys have questions, because there's been a lot of people in the years asking questions about back row protection. A lot of the famous YouTubers don't know any of that. They know the cards, but they don't play them. Nobody likes to play them. But if you want to keep your Eternal Soul, keep all your cards so that your opponent doesn't touch them, especially branded, let me know in the comments below. If you like this content, let me know too, so I can do other decks. I was wanting to cover Flunderies, but now that the statue's gone, it's pointless. But basically, Rivalry of the Warlords is broken. Once you play this, this is an automatic win. Just all you need is one against branded. Another way to stop them is stopping special summons or the fusions. And here are some examples. Playing the shifter also stops them, and then also Dimension Barrier, which they can't bring any more fusions anymore. So pretty good. These cards are pretty good. You could use, I think the cards that are still active are like the Pyro statue one. It does the same thing like the Flanderies, but for the Pyro, the fire type. So there's a lot of cards that you could utilize to stop special summoning, stop spells, stop extra deck. If you play any of those cards, branded is dead. Like, they're not gonna do the full match. They're just gonna leave. Like I said, if you do play them, they're just gonna play back row removal. But if you can protect your back row, basically all of his deck, you're wasting your time dueling it. It's not gonna do anything. If you have any questions or concerns regarding this deck, how to beat it, or more on how to build this deck, combinations, the way it works, and anything regarding his ranking, like because it has been moving up the rank from sort of a rogue to meta to top tier 1, and it could continue to rank up. Let me know. Also, this is video part 1. I'm gonna be doing part 2. Part 2 is gonna be showing you a tier 1 deck that dueled. I followed it. It did 6 full matches and it never lost one single duel. It won all 12. It never lost even a single. It just won every duel. And the guy challenged me to a full match. And a lot of people hate on me, or they hate my content, because it's not my fault that people run away. They don't want to deal with my lockdown, so they just leave. They don't even want to try a second. They just leave. So it has nothing to do with me. It has everything to do with them. And I got a chance to duel this deck tier 1, and it was broken. 4 negations did nothing to it. It was so extremely powerful, and it's not like rare. That's just common. Like, you have to get used to it, kind of like getting used to Ishizo Tournaments. Like, you have to get used to 6-7 negates, and then they're just getting rid of your deck. So yeah, this deck's pretty broken. That's pretty much it for the video. I was trying to go fast. Sorry for speeding it up, but I try not to make these videos too long if they have to do with just talking. And just a quick recap on it. It is the branded deck, specifically branded despia bystial. There's other profiles of it. I think of somewhere roughly around 15 different profiles, but like I said, the most commonly known, branded despia bystial. It's pretty good. Try it. And there's also a variation of Dark Magician, as everybody knows. And then here's the cards, and here's the cards to stop it. So I gave you a sum of the power, the ranking, cards that work really well with it. And it's not true what people tell you that I don't like hand traps or this and that. All of that is a lie. I just say they don't fit well on some Dark Magician decks, but if you could do drop power and you can put up a lot of monsters like combos, you're fine. So this deck utilizes hand traps very well. And that's pretty much it. Hopefully you liked. Let me know in the comments if you want more videos like this regarding other decks, not just Dark Magician. And then obviously top regionals, top nationals. If you want to do any of the rogues or meta, I could do too, but I prefer decks that no one can beat. And like I said, I'm going to be doing a part 2 dueling one of these that I dueled earlier today. It's going to be a tier 1 undefeated deck. It had 12 singles or the full matches 6 in a row. I spoke to the guy. According to him, he had already done like 15 single duels, no losses. So it's undefeated, and I got to duel the deck. If you want to see it, let me know in the comments, and then I'll post a video. With that having been said, Dark Magic Attack.